Mickey Rourke is waiting live and uncensored in Hollywood, but joining me now is my Piers pack. And tonight I have the political journalist Ava Santin and the Times' political sketch writer Quentin Letts. Well, welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Start with Macy Gray. Am I right in assuming, Quentin, you've never heard of her?
Never heard of her.
Great, but you know about the story. But having seen what's happened to her...
You should be her publicity agent.
What do you think, though, of the way that this mob now moves around, that where even women who try and define what a woman is, to the, in my estimation, the way it probably ought to be defined, they get hounded so badly.
One of your earlier clips, you showed press comment, and Rolling Stone magazine was having a go at it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the hippie magazine it used to be. What happened to Live and Let Live? And what happens, the wokies now, they hold these people's... They threaten their careers, basically. If you're a star, and they hold them below the water until they submit. Like the old sort of boxing moves, you know, you hit the floor, I submit. And until they give up, they hold them down. But as soon as you apologise, it's disaster.
Because I think this is why I didn't apologise when I left Good Morning Britain over disbelieving Meghan Markle, because what's the point apologising, Ava? Even when you apologise, it makes no difference. If the mob's decided you're saying the wrong thing, you have to be cancelled.
It's not a mob. Actually, the mob was the other side. J.K. Rowling jumping straight on Twitter to say that she'd sided with Macy Gray when that was actually not what she meant at all. J.K. Rowling is part of that mob.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what's happened to J.K. Rowling?
She's fueling it as well. She's fueling it. She's really got a problem with trans women. I don't need to say that. I don't need to teach you how to suck eggs. But she is leading the charge on that.
But what does she say that you disagree with as a woman?
What, as a woman myself?
If I ask you what is a woman, what is the answer?
Well, I think that's too nuanced to ask.
It's not, though, is it?
I think that Macy Gray was responding to this sort of hyperbole that we've got ourselves into with self-identification, a concept that doesn't actually exist. I mean, I'm not going to turn around to a woman who doesn't have a uterus and say you're not a woman.
When you say it doesn't exist, I mean, we literally now have in women's sport male athletes who transition and are now demolishing
one example of that.
No, there are now numerous examples.
Well, I mean, I don't...
But even if there's one example, you say self-ID doesn't happen. Of course it happens.
It doesn't,
They're literally going, I'm now a woman, and they're now competing against women.
It doesn't, though, because every single example that you use to, you know, make self-identification sound problematic actually doesn't even make sense. Like, we talk about prisons, and what if someone self-IDs and gets into a female prison, you know, ward, whatever.
What if they do?
But, well, what about all of the, you know, sexual assault that goes on there anyway? You're going to stop people being in cells altogether. It's already an issue.
What you may be saying is right, Amy. It's a minority pursuit. This is a minority problem.
It is a minority pursuit.
And that's what puzzles me, that people get so cross about this, and yet it's a very, an obsessive minority that's getting upsetting.
But all of the, you know, the issues that we have with bathrooms, prisons, they all come down to this issue of assault. Look, if a man is going to assault you, they're going to do it no matter if there's a female, you know, emblem on the door.
It's not really about that. It's about whether a woman is allowed to stand up and say what she thinks a woman is without being destroyed.
It's odd that the way that the women who comment about this get beaten up really badly by Twitterati.
It's horrific.
Whereas we blokes sort of go on about it. Perhaps no one's listening.